boy Bez, it's your boy Bez back with another video on, even though I'm probably not going to push this out on Sunday, but it's a great Sunday right now. Today we're watching Unavoidable School Experiences. I haven't been in high school. Call me Unc, call me old, call me Gramps, call me anything old. I will find you and I will give you a big hug. I haven't been in high school. I graduated high school back in 2021. I graduated high school back in 2021, so I am 22 years old. So most of these school experiences, if they're new, I'm still probably gonna know about them. Cause back in my high school days, bro, was people doing, people hitting jewels in the bathroom, people feeding to hit your jewel, people hitting carts in bathrooms, people was really rolling up in the bathroom. I remember one time I caught two dudes in one stall. I thought they was doing something else. They was cheating in a bathroom stall. Before we start the video, like, comment, share, subscribe, and tell me your favorite part of the video. Also, follow me on Instagram. My Instagram's gonna be down low. I really want to hit a specific goal because I do want to start doing some giveaways for you guys. So, like I said, my Instagram's gonna be down below. Today is June 15th. I really want to try to hit 1K on TikTok by the end of the summertime. I really want to try to hit 500 subscribers probably by the end of the summer as well. And I do want to possibly get back to my 5K mark on IG. So if you want to follow, all that is going to be down in the description. So with that being said, let's get back to the video.
Bro, there is nothing more annoying than being accused of having a crush on the chopped cheese at school. This literally happened to me in 7th grade. I was taking an exam in math class, and right underneath the clock on the wall, the most chopped, wildebeest looking creature was sitting. Let's call her Roz. To pace myself...
Now again, I'm not saying my skin really hitting right now. But I'm not really saying I wasn't talking, I'm not gay, I'm sorry. I wasn't talking to, back in high school, I wasn't even thinking about girls, which is crazy. I wasn't thinking about girls at all. You see what I'm doing right now. I went to college, doing YouTube. I was not thinking about girls at all. That's why I graduated honors, and I had a high-ass GPA. I wasn't thinking about no damn relationship. So, relationship standpoint, the girl standpoint, I wasn't into that. I didn't even go to parties back then. I still don't go to parties. I'm probably trying to branch out more, but I didn't go to parties back in high school. My two things was schoolwork, Fortnite, 2K. Three things I did back then, and I still basically kind of do the same thing. Go to school, come home, homework, play the game. You can ask my mom, you can ask my sister, that's all I did. I didn't go out or nothing like that.
During the exam, I would look at the clock every couple minutes to make sure I would finish in time. You can probably tell where this is going. At lunch the same day, one of Roz's friends came up to me and asked, "Hey, do you have a crush on Roz? She told all of us that you kept staring at her during the math exam." Are you actually kidding me right now? Roz had been telling every girl in our grade that I had a crush on her. I would rather share a cell with Fleece Johnson than have these rumors surrounding my name.
In his prison, booty was more important than food.
Okay, maybe not. I told her friend that I obviously don't have a crush on her. I was just trying to look at the clock, but it was too late. The damage had been done. Over the next week, I literally had to go on a campaign around my grade trying to clear my name. I was literally posting Snapchat stories telling everyone that I don't have a crush on her. The funniest thing is, the older I've gotten, the more I realized that this have a crush on her. The funniest thing is, the older I've gotten,
Is that dude?
the more I realized that this happens to a lot of people. Over the years, I've made a number of friends who've also been accused of having a crush on the most karate chopped looking creatures. At this point, I'm afraid it might be an unavoidable part of the school experience. It's like watching crazy fights. Now, I never got into a fight at school. I was always a little too chill, a little too nonchalant to be doing devious
Fuck. I got into fights at school. Won some, I lost some. But it's like, I'm not a bad kid though. I got into a fight Let's see. I probably got into a fight. The first time I ever got into a fight at school was probably back in elementary school. I know I got into a fight. I got in a fight second grade, but I didn't get suspended for that shit. We fought on the playground. Yeah. That was a crazy day, bro. I'm not gonna talk too much about that, but I did come on stealing some of his shit, which was crazy, bro. And that's why I don't know how I'm doing that again. I fought in second grade. I got into a fight fourth grade. I got into a fight sixth grade. I got into a fight. The last time I got into a fight was probably like sophomore year. So it was like, but none of those I got kicked out of school because sometimes I wouldn't really try to. Okay, these niggas talk shit all the time. If y'all want story times, I got a bunch of story times. I can blow out there. But yeah, I got into a couple of fights. But I'm not a fighter. But I won some fights, but I lost some fights. There's some fights I lost on camera. I admit that shit. So, but nowadays, that's back when I was like 15. I'm 22 now. I'm 6'2", 6'3". I'm not doing that no more. It's a new day and age. Niggas not fighting no more. Niggas got it. Yeah.
Activities like that, but when it came to watching fights, you know your boy gotta get the best seat in the house. The craziest fight I ever witnessed happened at
My bad for going pausing, but most times, bro, I will always miss the fucking fights. I will always get there. Everybody, imagine, everybody's around. Everybody just popped out the cut, and they all surrounding and shit. They all crowded. But I would get there late, and I end up being like, but what happened? What happened? Niggas be sending me videos. Next thing you know, they doing all this. Oh, shit. Wait.
Hell no, man. What the fuck?
Bro, people do not get good angles of fights. So you gotta go from this person, hey bro, you got the video of the fight, to this person, you got the video of the fight. There's different angles. Like we playing split screen Call of Duty. One person doing all this, one person might have a stable angle for like 5 seconds, another person might have a angle from all the way back there that's doing all this with the phone for like 2 seconds. So it's like, bro, niggas like me, because I was out the loop. I will always be missing the fucking fights.
lunch in 8th grade. You see, there was this kid in my grade named Zach. He was one of those kids that would misbehave so much that he couldn't be in regular classes and had to be in his own supervised classes. He was always skipping, and I'd see him hanging out in the gym or bathroom every—
They did that? They did that? I never heard that shit. I'm so sorry. You was so bad you should be in supervised classes? You have to be in supervised classes, bro? Let me move this real quick. That don't even make fucking sense. So hell no.
every once in a while. Now, it turns out that Zach had made beef with this kid Angel and his friends. Now, I don't know the details, but what I do know is that he told them that he was gonna pull up on them during lunch. You could say a lot of things about Zach, but what you couldn't say was that he wasn't a man of his word. I still vividly remember that day. I was playing NBA Jam on my phone at lunch in the cafeteria, and out of nowhere, I hear kids cheering.
Niggas say NBA Jam back on the mobile days when I had an Android. I used to bootleg all the games. I never paid for no games till I was broke. Niggas don't know. Balloons Power Defense, I bootlegged that shit on Android. NBA 2K14 mobile, I bootlegged that shit. Minecraft, I bootlegged that shit. So you couldn't get no achievements, but you could bootleg that shit. Jetpack Joyride, even though it was free, I wanted the hacks. I bootlegged it. So it was like, what else could you fucking do? All these games, mobile games, when niggas was buying games, but who fuck does that? Android, I ain't bootlegging all the fucking games you gotta pay for. What's another game? Shit. NBA Jam. That bitch back then on iPhone or on the Apple or in the Google Play Store, that shit was like fucking $8. It was like $8.99. But that shit was getting bootlegged. The fuck out my face. No, it's more expensive. Nigga, I was in 5th grade. I didn't even have $8 to my damn name. I probably had money, but I didn't know what cards meant. So it was like, I didn't have that shit. So shit is getting fucking bootlegged. All my music back then, you can come and find me. All my shit was getting bootlegged back in the day. Movies, I'm downloading that shit to watch it when I ain't have no Wi-Fi. music. I'm downloading whole albums. Back then, I was downloading Little Durk albums, Lil Uzi albums. All the songs that y'all see now, all the back in 2016, 2017. Even, bro, I started bootlegging shit back then. Yeah, probably like 2015. 2015 is probably when I started bootlegging shit because back in 2014, I got my first phone. And it was a Nokia Windows 10. That's what I had. Y'all probably don't know what that is. Hold up, let me show y'all. I had a Nokia Windows 10, bro. This is literally the phone I had. This is the phone I had. I don't know if y'all can see it. Hold up. But this is literally the fucking phone I had. Back then, I had one of these fucking phones. So I had this phone for probably, I got it in 2014. On my birthday, I think, how old did I turn in 2015? That birthday, I had turned a specific age, bro. I forgot. I was probably like 11, 12. I had to be like 11. So I turned that age on, like, it was like the weekend of my birthday. Bro, I broke that shit. Them screens is worse than fucking iPhone screens. I had the phone, I had my headphones. Reminds me, there's some girl, she's running around. She run, boom, bump into me. My phone, my little Apple earbuds, them bitches come out, whoop, boop, play out, and that bitch straight up fucking cracks, bro. That's how crazy that shit was. And I had that phone. No, it was so bad too. Like, you know how bro, it would be so broke. So this is my shit right now. It would be so broke right now. Like, you see all this, right? Let me see if I could pull up a bigger image. So this is literally the one I had. This shit was so fucking nice. You see all this shit, bro? So the Nokia, when I broke it, you could see the glass, bro. This shit didn't have a front camera either. So back then when people was on Uvu and Skype, bro, I couldn't get none of that on my fucking phone. I couldn't get none of that shit on my phone. So I think I had like a girlfriend back then. So bro, I couldn't get on no FaceTime. I couldn't get on no Uvu. I couldn't get on no Skype. Bro, I don't think I even had no girl. I think the first time I ever got a girl's number probably was to like 8th grade, because niggas was texting back on Kick. That's how crazy the times was, bro. Like, I'm an OG, but I ain't no I'm still young. I don't even look old. But yeah, bro, this shit was fucking broke, bro. And then, so yeah, I couldn't bootleg shit on this phone. It was like you could just fucking listen to it. But yeah, bro, back in the days. Now I remember one time, I think this is the only time that have ever happened to me. This back, it can come off. I didn't know that. We was outside, I'm goofing around one of my friends back then. And bro, that phone, it slips out of my damn pocket. And that bitch go whoosh. The phone was already broke. I didn't really care too much about it. So that phone, the back came out, the battery came out. I said, oh shit. That was the first time that shit ever happened, bro. The battery came out. So let's go through a list of the phones I had. So I had a Nokia. That was the very first phone I had. Then I had a Samsung Galaxy. I had like a S5 or some shit. That's what it's called. I had this. Oh yeah, I had this joint right here. I got this for Christmas. I got this for Christmas my 7th grade year. So my Nokia was for Christmas my 6th grade. Then 7th grade I had this. So I had this fucking phone. And then, bro, my brother fucking cracked it. And my mom said, I was going to get I was going to get the newest iPhone. I was going to get an iPhone 7 Plus going into 8th grade. But I was going to have so many hoes. But I had got this phone, and throughout the summer, my brother, he was doing too much, and he ended up breaking my fucking phone. You know, niggas be wrestling. I tell him to chill out because I had my phone in my pocket. Next thing you know, he cracks my damn screen. Nigga cracked my damn screen. So I had this phone, and then the next Droid I had was, I think it was an Asus phone. Was that a phone? Right. I had that phone. I think I had a phone. I think it was one of these. Shit. It was this one right here. I had this one right here. And that phone right there, me and my brother, cause back then, bro, before I had no car, anywhere I'm walking, I'm on feet. I'm on feet to anywhere. So, damn, I'm yapping. Fuck it. I'm on feet to anywhere. So, me and my brother, we was walking back from one of these schools over here, and we seen this phone on the side of the road. So this is going in, this summer 2016, we going into 8th grade. We found this phone on the side of the road, and we was like, fuck it, we finna take it. So it was like, I took it. So, we took it home. I was like, bro, this bitch might not even work. Bro, that bitch ended up fucking working. And bro, that was my damn phone. It wasn't cracked, it was perfectly fine. It was one of these, bro. I think it was more like, yeah, bro, that was my shit. So I had that phone. It was going cool for some months. And I remember, like a little bit during the fall time, the phone said it needed an update. That's where it got me. So I think the reason why that phone was ditched because it probably had a virus on it. But I didn't have none of my information on it. I didn't do none of that. So the bitch said it needed an update. I updated that bitch. That bitch went into the Android symbol popping up. You know, the little green Android symbol popping up. That bitch was popped up, and I couldn't do shit about it. And that phone just went completely brain dead. It had all these little Japanese letters and shit. Oh, that bitch got hacked, bro. So then I didn't have no phone after that. One of my sister's friends, I was using her little iPhone 5, so I had that phone. But then I didn't have no consistent phone. And then the next one I had an HTC. It was like HTC with a like red and gray phone. How you spell that shit? It was a red and gray phone. Yeah, I had that phone. It was, which one was it? It was this one right here. I had this phone right here. It was red and gray. I had that fucking phone. And like I said, my brother, he was getting me these phones. So I didn't have no phones. Because my mom and my dad, they got my sister all this shit, but back then I didn't have no consistent phone. So I was getting phones like this. So I didn't have no phone number probably until like, I didn't have no number probably until like sophomore year. So this is the phone I had. And then this phone went completely ass, so I didn't have no phone. And then next thing you know, freshman year come around, like my brother, he was getting me these fucking phones. He got me an iPhone 6S Plus, but it had a battery issue, so I couldn't use it. But I was like acting like it worked. I was acting like it worked. Remind you, my hands is way smaller than this, bro. So, bro, that phone looked so fucking big. The next thing you know, my last phone that I had got before I started getting money, I had an iPhone 6. I had an iPhone 6S. I got that phone. My brother got me that phone. That phone didn't have a home button. It didn't have a home button at all. So, reminds you, back then when niggas didn't have like these, didn't have like the dynamic shit and all this, niggas had, it was the button. So I didn't have no button. So I had to go to the control center and I had to move around the little thing just for me to be able to use the fucking phone. That's how bad it was. And I had that phone. Bro, that was the story of my life. I was so happy when I had that damn iPhone, because that was the iPhone that I got. Because my mom or nobody, they didn't give me that phone. So after that, that's when the niggas started getting that cheese. So I ended up was able to get an iPhone 6S Plus. I'll get an iPhone 6S. But then after that, my mom, she gave me an iPhone 7 Plus. Then I went out and I bought an iPhone 8 Plus with one of my paychecks from Walmart. Then I went from an iPhone 8 Plus to 11 Pro Max when it first came out. Then I went from 11 Pro Max to a 12 Pro Max when it came out. Then I went from a 12 Pro Max. Then I got the 15 Pro Max when it first came out. And then that's just where I'm at right now. So nigga, I've been going through fucking phones, free phones for so long. I didn't get my first iPhone until I was basically fucking 14, which is fucking crazy. Let's get back to the damn video. Nigga been yapping, bro.
And screaming. I had no
Nigga yapping so hard. Call me I'm Dante. Let me move this back for y'all. This should be cool.
clue what was going on, so I turn around and I see Zach running full sprint followed by 2 teachers. He runs across the cafeteria right towards Angel, and they immediately start throwing hands. Everyone is going crazy cheering them on, and then Angel's friend Raul, who was about 6'2", 180 pounds, lifts Zach above his head and slams him on the floor like he's the Undertaker. At this point, the teachers finally grab a hold of Zach, and we are all standing there like we just witnessed the rumble in the jungle. Every time I talk to someone I went to middle school with, I ask them if they remember that fight, and they always do. It's become like a core memory for us. Another core memory to everyone I went to school with has got to be the Williams Challenge. Now, unless you were in middle or high school in Plano, Texas in 2018, you probably have no clue what I'm talking about. And after I tell you, you're gonna wish you still had no clue what I'm talking about. The Williams Challenge wasn't really a challenge. It was an incident that happened at Williams High School where one male student gave another male student $20 to give him Gluck Gluck in a bathroom stall.
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it, bro.
Hell no, man.
What the fuck? Oh my fucking gosh. That's what y'all doing down in Texas, and I've been wanting to move to Texas. This nigga's in high school paying another $20? $20 for some head? Oh my gosh, Jesus Christ, bro.
While a third guy recorded. Now, somehow this video got...
All 3 of them is gay. I'm sorry. All 3 of them is part of LGBT. Because first, the dude who paid the $20 for it, he's 1. The dude who's doing the action for the $20, 2. And the dude who's recording it, 3.
got leaked and went quadruple platinum on Snapchat. I actually never got the video because I wasn't trying to get mixed up in all that, so I actually never saw the video, but the incident became legendary in my school district. The term Williams Challenge became commonplace in our vocabulary, and someone even made an Urban Dictionary post about it. As wild as that story is, I think we can all agree that $20 is $20. It's honestly crazy how quickly rumors spread throughout a school, and it's not just students. Teachers get it the worst. Because students have nothing better to do, they'll just make stuff up about their teachers. One time some kids found out where one of our teachers lived, and they would post pictures of his house on Snapchat, which was weird enough, but on top of that, they said they saw him inside his house gooning. Obviously, they just made that up, but kids want to believe stuff like that, so that just became his reputation after that. Being a teacher in the big 2025 is honestly terrifying. I mean, you just gotta know that your kids are gonna do full background checks on you and find out every little detail about your life. Boundaries do not exist anymore.
Which is a crazy thing because I might be a fuck around, be a substitute teacher, so they fucking gonna pull up on me. Oh, bro, this shit gonna be crazy, bro. Oh.
Speaking of not having boundaries, you remember those kids in elementary school that would pull their pants all the way down at the urinal? Bro, you cannot be double cheeked up in a public bathroom. I never even understood this. Even at 5 years old, you should know how to hold up your...
Nasty. And that's unsanitary. First of all, you have dick hands all over you, bro. Niggas putting dick hands on each other while peeing.
Pants. I saw a kid doing this as old as 8th grade. At that point, it's time to hop on the short bus, my guy. You are not ready for general pop. Unfortunately, these guys aren't even the most annoying people in bathrooms. I mean, how can we forget the vape fiends who turned the entire bathroom into a cloud? Or what about that one guy who just...
Bro, that's what I was talking about, bro. Niggas was chiefing in the bathroom. All the fights happened in the bathroom. All the chiefing happened in the bathroom. Females, they fought in the hallway. That's the reason why a lot of females, when they were fighting, them motherfuckers got caught. Back in high school, it was niggas who had a fight club in the morning that would get off the bus or they would come to school early just to fight in the bathroom. You know how crazy that shit is? Like, bro, high school was some days, bro. Even though I wasn't really that. I wasn't even a popular kid. I was just a nigga that everybody knew, if that makes sense.
Just randomly has like a barbershop business in there. Like, I respect your hustle, get your bag, but who wants to get their hair cut while mans is taking a dookie 5 feet away? Honestly, to me, the most annoying...
We didn't have none of that. We had a barber and cosmetology class, so if you, 9 times out of 10, niggas would leave class and go to the cosmetology class and they would just get a haircut, which is fucking crazy.
guys in bathrooms are the ones that are just standing there doing nothing. They're probably skipping class, which is whatever, but why do you gotta camp out in here? Do you know how uncomfortable it is to try to pee while bro is literally standing over my shoulder? Like, don't you have a test to take or something? Speaking of tests, whoever invented these things needs to be publicly executed. I mean, these things are completely pointless, especially for subjects like social studies. You literally just memorize the entire unit the night before the test and forget everything as soon as you turn it in. This leads to those days where you wait until the morning of your test to open your textbook and realize there's no chance.
A nigga like me, I wasn't even studying. I didn't even study for fucking tests, which is fucking crazy. Bro, I didn't even study for no damn test, bro. I was always, like, I would do the study guide, and then my method was, I would just look over the study guide. I would literally go to that class before a test, either like the end of my previous class, so let's say if I had a test like 6th period, or if I had a test like 3rd period, I'm going to look over like the study guide before then, and then when I go right to that class, I might look over it again, because we got to turn in our study guides for points. So I'll look over a little bit, or plus we had Canvas, so I'll probably just pull the shit up on my phone, and I'll probably just look over it. That's how I was. The only thing I did that was with math. I didn't study for no social studies, no English, no nothing. I just always passed it. I got an A or B in that class. I didn't study. The only time you caught me studying was in math. I didn't even study for math probably. The last time I was probably like, really had to lock in was Algebra 2. In my opinion, Algebra fucking 2. Niggas will know. And plus, if the teacher can't teach, bro, Algebra 2 was one of the hardest subjects I have ever fucking taken, bro. Out of all my classes, even my college classes when I was taking in high school, bro, Algebra 2 is one of the fucking hardest classes, bro.
Chance you're gonna learn the material in time, so you just give up on studying and just rely on your test taking strategies and deduction skills to get you through it. Now, most of the time this completely fails, but the few times you do well on a test after going in raw makes you feel like you have the IQ to understand Rick and Morty. But the opposite is also true, and whenever you study for a test and then fail, makes you really consider if you should become a professional risk taker instead of—
That's the thing, I don't think I ever failed a test. I failed one test actually. I failed one test, and that was my Algebra 2 final. But I had a B plus in that class. That just dropped me down to a B minus. So shit. That was the only test. That was the only final I have ever failed. Cause I remember I got caught cheating. Freshman year, last day of school, I got caught cheating, and I still didn't fail. So all the tests, all the questions I got was partially right. That's why I got a C on the test. I just couldn't finish the test.
going to college.
34? Okay, what do you do?
I am a risk taker.
You are
and
a
road
road
runner.
runner.
I actually have a really funny prom story, so if you want to see that in my next video, let me know down below. And follow me on Instagram.
Okay. That was a W video. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna link it down in the description so people can go watch it. But yeah, bro, back in high school was a experience. Even for like people who like weren't really like active, so I didn't go to parties at all like that. Even people who didn't go to parties, even people who like it wasn't like active, I feel like they probably were seeing some shit that would make them be like, oh, high school was an experience. Cause everybody's seen some shit in high school, fights. I remember it was a rumor that freshman year, bro, it was like 2 weeks in, a girl was giving head in the stairwell. That was crazy. I'm going that shit off right there. With that being said, let's like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, I'm gonna link this video down in the description so you guys can go watch it on your own. Make sure you leave a like and tell if you say anything to say who came in from Bez's video. Make sure you can say that in the description. So follow my IG, follow my TikTok, subscribe to the YouTube, like the video. Tell me your high school experience down in the chat. Middle school, or tell me any of your school experiences so I can know what's going on, so I can possibly laugh at you. I mean, not laugh at you, so I can entertain whatever you just said. But like I said earlier, I want to also follow my IG, my TikTok, subscribe to my YouTube, because I do want to, because if you got any videos or anything, recommendations, just like games, videos, you can DM me on not iMessage, on IG. I just have to open up my DMs. I didn't know my DMs were restricted to people. So open that back up. So if you're able to text, go ahead and do that. Yeah. So with that being said, I'll see you guys. Peace.